Released in 1994, the Sega IR7000 is a bit of a gaming oddity, really. It's not much of a gaming device, to be perfectly honest. It's more like a PDA, a personal organizer. Now, when you hear the name Sega, you probably think of any of the myriad of colorful characters that they've created over the decades. You know, something fun. The last thing you're probably thinking of is a personal organizer, but that's exactly what they gave us. You can write notes, set dates on the calendar, all the things you would expect from a personal organizer at the time. The IR is for infrared, referring to the magic beam you use to send messages. And yeah, it says magic beam on the back of it. Don't let the Sega logo fool you. This is a Casio device. It belongs to the same family as the Casio Secret Sender 6000 and the Casio My Magic Diary JD 6500. How and why Sega got involved with Casio on this is a bit of a head scratcher. The major draw of the IR7000 was its ability to send messages from up to 30 feet away, if you knew someone else that had one, and that's unlikely as it sold poorly. Bear in mind that the internet wasn't really as widely adopted back then, and cell phones were nothing like today, so this seemed pretty novel at the time. Create real pictures of friends. Real pictures is a bit of a stretch. You can create these digital avatars of people in your address book. They can be fun to mess around with, trying to configure the likeness of a person. You can use these avatars in the battle game. Now, I got mine from a Toys R Us back in '95 for about $50, but supposedly this thing originally retailed for about $80. And if so, I can definitely see why it didn't sell very well. Alright, so let's get into the gaming aspect, such as it is. The IR7000's one and only game is called Brain Drain. The game is accessed simply by pressing the button marked Battle. You can play against the computer or with anyone else who owns an IR7000. As best I can tell, it's a game of telekinetic attacks. You get one option, attack. There's no healing or running away from Brain Drain. It's a fight to the death. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Once in a while, when you send a particularly strong attack, you get this fun bit of animation. Yeah, he's way dead. I also don't remember seeing any advertising for this thing. But a quick scour of the internets reveals this ad from Sega Visions. Yeah, way to advertise the product by keeping it microscopic. We wouldn't want anybody to actually know what the hell they're looking at. It also includes a novel about this guy Manuel. I'm guessing that's him on the cover. Seems like he spends all of his time chatting away on the phone. I don't know, I never finished it. And that's a wrap on the IR7000. Overpriced and underpromoted, it was doomed to fail from the start. But would that have changed if Sega had worked harder to promote it, or perhaps if they had lowered the price? Well, although we can only speculate, I can see how this could possibly have been popular if done right. Kids getting into trouble in school for sending secret messages or playing the Brain Drain game in class. I think one of the major flaws is that outside of these two functions, it is just an organizer, and kids don't really need or care about organizers. And so ends the story of the IR7000, another curious relic from the legacy of Sega. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.